Hello people, in this video let us look at ophthalmia neonatorum. Basically it is the bilateral inflammation of the conjunctiva occurring in the infant. Actually it's a neonate, right? Neonate. Less than 30 days old. You can say less than 28 days old because neonate, that is the definition, isn't it? So basically this is, they're saying it is a carelessness at the time of birth. So any discharge from a baby's eyes, neonate's eyes in the first week of life, you should suspect ophthalmia neonatorum because till in that stage tears are not formed. So any discharge from the eye, you have to suspect what? Ophthalmia neonatorum. So basically this can be acute or chronic, guys. Just look at this. This is called as neonatal conjunctivitis or ophthalmia neonatorum. It includes a spectrum of acute conjunctivitis. It can be chronic, looks like too. Look at this. Look at this table here, what you understand by from this table. If it is because of a chemical cause, the incubation period is 6 hours, within hours. Gonococcal is the next one, within 4 days kind of a thing. This is caused by Neisseria gonorrhoeae. This can cause blindness, be careful. The other bacterial, then herpes simplex virus, and then chlamydia trachomatis is the most common. Look at this, the D2K serotype. This is the inclusion conjunctivitis, right? Neonatal inclusion conjunctivitis. 21 days is the incubation period, okay? So you need to know this so that you can understand. Say this, chemical, then you have gonococcal, other bacterial, herpes and chlamydia trachomatis. Let's just say chlamydia only, chlamydia trachomatis. So chemical is within hours, gonococcal will be 4 days. Gonococcal, at least gonococcal, you remember, it's very important, 4 days. Other bacterial around 5 days, so it's very confusing, right? Gonococcus is what? Gonococcus is also bacteria, but gram negative, isn't it? Neisseria gonorrhoeae. And then you have herpes simplex virus and neonatal inclusion conjunctivitis. In this gonococcal, you remember 4 days, okay, if you can't remember anything else. So what else you have to look at here? So the cause, you're saying it can be infected liquor amni, okay, in mothers who have ruptured membranes. If mother has ruptured membranes, then there can be infected liquor amni. What else you should know? During birth, from the birth canal, right, from the infected birth canal, during birth they can pick up, okay. So this is before birth, this is during birth. After birth they can pick up from soiled clothes or infected lochia. So after birth also they can pick up this, okay. Coming to the agents, causative agents, we saw the chemical, right? Chemical means silver nitrate or something, but that is not being used now. So now it is not that big a problem, okay guys. Then what else you should know here? Antibiotics used for prophylaxis can cause conjunctivitis. What is this? Antibiotics can cause conjunctivitis. Interesting. Okay, then gonococcus is now the incidence has declined. Okay, that is great, right? There is decline in the incidence. Then what else you will see here? Other bacterial you should remember now. Wherever you see, you will say Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, standard things you will write. Then we already told you neonatal inclusion conjunctivitis, chlamydia, trachomatis, serotype DEFIJK, yeah, D2K, right? Then herpes simplex virus, herpes simplex virus, herpes simplex 2, okay? Then what else? Clinical features, incubation period, we already told you, this you have to know. Chemical means 6 hours, gonococcal 4 days, other bacterial 5 days, neonatal inclusion conjunctivitis will be 21 days. This is the chlamydia trachomatis, then herpes simplex. See, first herpes simplex we'll put and then we'll put, then it will be in order, right? Yeah. Very good. Then signs and symptoms. What will be the signs and symptoms in this baby, guys? What will happen to this baby? Pain, tenderness in the eyeball, conjunctival discharge, lids are swollen, conjunctiva may be hyperemic chemosis. Then there can be papillary response if it is that chlamydia, right? Standard thing. Superficial punctate keratitis if it is herpes, okay? Then moving on to complications because of ophthalmia neonatorum. What complications can be there, guys? So there can be corneal ulceration, corneal opacification, staphyloma formation. What will happen if there is corneal opacification? The person will have loss of vision, right? They cannot see. Because of the opacity, diminution of vision will be there. You can say diminution of vision, right? Staphyloma also can be there. Okay. How will you treat, guys? Prophylaxis, you can do antenatal. Before the baby is delivered itself, what you can do? You can check for genital infections in mother, etc. Natal measures, that is during delivery, what can you check? What can you do? all the clean strategy, right? A clean cord, cut, tie, clean hands, clean surface, everything, all that. Then newborns, babies, closed eyelids should be thoroughly cleansed and dried. Okay. Povidone iodine solution. Where are they using this? Postnatal. Postnatal means, use a better color weight for postnatal. Postnatal, povidone iodine. Okay. But where are they putting this? They didn't say, is it? Okay, then you'll give tetracycline ointment or erythrocycline. This sounds like a chlamydia treatment, right? Yeah, for chlamydia. Then they'll give ceftriaxone. So is this they're giving immediately after birth, even before checking whether it has. So 1% tetracycline or erythromycin immediately after birth. So preventing, this is more like prophylaxis. Yes, ceftriaxone they are giving. So should be given to infants born to mothers with untreated gonococcal infection. If the mother has an untreated gonococcal infection, better you give the baby ceftriaxone. Okay. Silver nitrate was used now, but they don't use, right? That was called as some Creed's method. Now they're not doing this because you know that it causes chemical conjunctivitis. Very good. Then moving on. Some more treatment here. Curative treatment. That was all prophylaxis kind of a thing. Now let us look at curative treatment. Okay. What will you do as a cure, guys? First of all, you should take culture, sample and culture you should do to know which organism it is. Okay. Then some saline lavage they are doing till the discharge is eliminated. Bacitracin ointment, penicillin they are giving. Why are they doing this? For what? For gonococcal. Okay, that is important, right? For gonococcal, how you treat? Let's look at that. For gonococcal, you will give saline lavage. Bacitracin, focus guys. Bacitracin, penicillin. This treatment is slightly different, right? Yeah. That's right. This is gonococcal. Correct. If cornea is involved, you'll give atropine. Atropine will do what? It will control the pain because cornea is involved. Systemic therapy, what will you give for gonococcal? They already told, right? Ceftriaxone, cefatoxime, ciprofloxacin, norfloxacin. Guys, please focus on this gonococcal treatment. Okay, gonococcal, how will you treat? What are they talking about? Bacitracin, penicillin, ceftriaxone. Ceftriaxone, you remember, if mother has untreated gonococcal infection, they will give ceftriaxone. I think the ceftriaxone is going to get you a lot of marks. So focus on the ceftriaxone for gonococcus. Okay. Then, see, basically, if it was anything related to this chlamydia, that time you will give what? For chlamydia treatment, you have already studied this in trachoma. Come on, say it. Tetracycline. Very good. But in kid, will they give tetracycline? No, right? Because the teeth will get spoiled, right? Bone developed. But here they are saying tetracycline, guys. Interesting. Maybe as an eye ointment, it's fine or something. So, inclusion conjunctivitis, we already told you tetracycline, erythromycin. For herpes, what will you give, guys? For viral cause, what will you give? Acyclovir. As simple as that. Okay. We are done with, ophthalmia neonatorum is done. We'll meet you in the next video. Bye-bye.